And welcome back. Next Play Gaming with my Alex. With more Lies of P. Last time we finished up playing in the what's it called? The Elysium City Crots. City Hall is what I meant to say. I said City Crots. I said that backwards. Anyways, but we beat the Scrapped Watchman. That's what really happened. We did rescue our Geppetto 2 episodes ago, but he didn't give me what I really wanted, was the P organ. Which lets us unlock a bunch of stuff that is very useful to us. But for now, we're moving on. We also got our new arm, the Fulminous. Let's shock some gears from the puppets. But now we're gonna go try to save Venini, the great inventor.
Here it is. Venini Works. Everything you see here belongs to Venini, the classiest playboy and most brilliant inventor Krot. Just ask him. Not just puppets. Almost every machine and tram in Krot is supplied from here. You gotta be curious about the guy. What kind of person is he? We could find him. That is, he's still kicking.
Forget about that breaking, but it's okay. Literally a non-issue. Bye. Ow. Accidentally pressed X to pick up stuff off the ground because I've been playing more Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I'm hooked on that game, dude. It's a great RPG. And if you haven't even heard of it, you've heard it now, and you need to play it if you haven't. If you happen to have Game Pass, it is on Game Pass. I just bought it on Steam though because I wanted to support a new IP, you know? We need new IPs in the gaming sphere. And I'm all for it. Alright, not much else going on here. Now we can move on. I don't think we can go down there, can we? No. Sorry, ma'am. Okay, if I remember right, there's gonna be a riddle around here. Yeah, there's the phone. Hang on. Give me a second. Hello.
Another fine day in the city of Krot, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh, congratulations! You've been selected from this cast of a little for an exclusive, obtrusive, intrusive transmittal from me, Arlecchino, the king of all riddles. Now, you know what I'm called, and why I called you, and I want to know your name. But not till we're through. For as soon as I learn that's one riddle burned, and I do love a mystery, don't you? Now, only the living solve riddles, as everyone knows. That's a must. When your city is so full of puppets, it seems are about fit to bust. It's time for the riddle. No more waiting. We thank you for participating. By morning, it walks on feet numbering 4. At midday, just 2. No less and no more. It walks on 3 feet when the evening arrives. And if you solve this, then I'll know you're alive.
It's a human.
Correct. Fantastic insights, caller. But not everything has to rhyme, you know. I'm not a caricature. I'm the king of riddles. That said, how do we know you didn't just get lucky? Even a stopped clock is right twice a day, and even a puppet can be accidentally correct just by random chance. Still, a promise is a promise. Arlecchino, tell him what he'll get. Thanks, Arlecchino. Caller, your correct answer has earned you a Trinity key. Doors and keys and doors, the subjects of puzzles and riddles galore. My next riddle won't be so simple to crack. Arlecchino's the king. Not some riddling cheap jack.
Yay. So, the King of Riddles is a bit of an important thing that'll happen throughout the game as I find more phones. Ow. Yeah, we made it to the factory. We got enough for a level as well, so I might go back to and we got our Stargazer here, but real quick, before we actually use it, if I remember right, we can go up here and drop down. There we go. Because in here, we get a new weapon. Man, Pinocchio don't give a fuck. We get the Salamander or the Salamander Dagger. Which is our first elemental weapon. Not very useful right now though. Fires, well, it's not our first, it's actually our second. If you're paying attention, I've also acquired the police baton, if I remember right, or not the baton, where was it? The electric coil, that's our first real elemental weapon. Nice to get a lot of star fragments early. But as you can see, we got a big boy down there. We're not gonna fight him right now. But it's very important to actually fight him as early as possible because he drops something very useful. You'll see what it is once we actually fight him and kill him. I don't know if I'll get to it on this episode though. It really depends on how fast I can manage to clear. There won't be much dialogue to go through. Besides what we just did with the phone. Real quick, I need to check if I can... I don't think I got any moonstone.
You're going to the... He's the richest man in... I heard he went to shut the factory down. I know my way around.
I can... I'm missing one more moonstone. Oh, we can't talk to her,
way around. Mr. Venini, he's, peculiar. I heard he went to shut the factory.
But yeah, we can assemble weapons with her. Anyways, let's level up.
Now
Yeah.
that we have him, you must understand. The city is on its deathbed. Nobody knows what caused the disaster. That's why I found you. We're both unique. I am able to wield the power of Ergo. That's all I can say for now. I'll use my power.
How mysterious. Anyways, let's level up. Alright. We just need to keep leveling up our... well, we might need some bigger soon, but for now... Once I hit 30 motivity, I'll probably start going with our stamina, aka our... what is it called again? Dude, all these games always trying to like distinguish themselves in tiny ways, even though they're the same genre. Keep it simple. Like I get it, it's a puppet thing, but granted, not a lot of these words actually mean anything to puppets, or machines basically. Let me look at my stats again. So yeah, Vigor's the one we want after we get some more motivity. All right, let's move on. Because my stamina bar do be tiny.
Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna jump out any second. It's okay, pal. Jiminy's looking out for you.
There we go. I'm pretty sure that breaks. Yeah, I see ground down there. Hey, Moonstone, nice. Now we can upgrade our weapon once I actually use another, go back to the hotel. I like the full charge heavy on this weapon because it actually nicely combos with the second attack of the light attack. Would have dropped me right there. The shock cartridge, I believe that's gear. Yes. One nice thing about this game, it's one of the few games where the quote-unquote armor does not affect your aesthetic. So you can equip whatever combination you want and you'll still look the same because there's just outfits in this game in its place. Which is nice. Bye, box. But yeah, these guys are very annoying to deal with. Do I have any... Oh, I have one. Might as well use it. They're more annoying in certain situations. Right now, this is like the first time we're fighting one. But we got the Legion Caliber, our first one. So now we can upgrade one of our Legion arms. Either the Fulminus or the Grapple. AKA Puppet String. Not bad. Also, there's a butterfly nearby that'll spawn in a few seconds. But that's there you go. There's we got a Motivity Crank, which basically lets us change the scaling of one of our blades on any weapon we like. I pressed X again because of Expedition. It's fine. Okay. Alright, we're gonna rest here real quick. We're not warping or anything. We're gonna go briefly this way and clear it out. So this muck here is kind of annoying. Because it flicks, I forget what it's called, but it's an annoying status effect. Also, these little puppets come out of the ground. And they spit at ya. Ow. As you can see, it slows you down. But yeah, the green is corruption, and it's messy. Let's just say that. It's similar to poison, but it also does some other things if I remember right. So can we get a hey? Come out of the water, please. No? You don't feel like it? Fine. I'm trying to remember, actually. But yeah, as you can see, the bars are the same for status effects. I didn't really say much for the other effects that have been around, like the fire and the electricity. They're all bad. That's all you have to really know. This is a shortcut, right? I just haven't unlocked it yet. Yeah, we have this, which lets us go down to the giant guy from this direction. We also have that over there, which is the entrance. We've got a bunch of items down there that'll be useful to grab later, but for now, we're not going that way. I just wanted to have the ladder ready. Okay, we do have to be careful up ahead, though. There's a bit of a danger zone coming up here. I don't know why there's continuous balls of ergo just going on there. Alright, we'll let that guy take that hit. So now we have our first little shortcut. We can open that door in a little bit, though. here we get a pretty neat weapon. It's the fire axe. I believe it's actually technically stronger than the great sword, but I would need to upgrade the blade. We can try out the moveset in a little bit if I feel like it. But before we keep going that way, I believe. There we go. Here's the main shortcut. And lower this pipe down to make a bridge. That leads back to the first Stargazer.
Oh, fantastic. The pipe fit like a glove. Well, like a pipe that fit.
All right, Venini.
Alright, as you can see.
Just left me. That's rather disloyal. Quite insulting.
Hello, sir.
Oh, easy now. No need to kill me. Surely we can discuss this like reasonable people? Hold on. Geppetto's a friend of yours. Did he send you? I'm fine. Please, help me find my butler Pulcinella. He's a puppet and a friend. Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me, but... well, they bolted and left me to my fate. That was not helpful. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I haven't seen him since. Pulcinella has been a loyal companion. I'd hate to lose him. The factory is, of course, my priority. We must take it back. But please, keep an eye out for my butler. I'd consider it a personal favor and owe you in kind. Before all this chaos, Fuoco was the puppet in charge of the furnace. But he changed. He was a stand-up fellow once. Now, not so much. I'm told he's still building an army of puppets and marching them on the cathedral. How did this nightmare come to be? Please, you must stop him before he does any more harm.
Alright.
Before all this... I'm told... How did this...
So Fueco's the next boss of the area. Here's a Stargazer real quick just to heal up. And get my one thing back. Look at this. Benin is a jerk. We got a couple of things to do before we, I'm gonna make this episode a little extra long.
Ooh.
Hello.
Admirers seem to follow me everywhere.
Hello, ma'am.
Pleased to see you, my stalker friend.
You made it all the way here, unbothered by ruffians. You've got talent. I've never seen you before, but who cares?
This may well benefit our former client. Did you catch that subtle whiff of money in the air? Moneybags himself, Lorenzini Venini, is inside this factory this very moment.
Yeah, I met him.
You caught us on our return trip. We had to deny his ridiculous request in person just to be sure it wasn't a joke.
Keep your whiskers up if you're heading in there. He is the richest man in Krat. Or so they say. Who knows? Maybe he's handing out bags of money to lift his spirits.
Ha! That seems unlikely. No way are we doing that.
Well, anyhow, best of luck. Best of luck to you, my friend.
You can also talk to this lad.
Are you carrying the latest edition of Venini's Landmark Guide? It's the most popular non-fiction work in Krat these days. Maduro wrote the actual guide, but Venini published and financed it. It goes for a premium at the shop, but Maduro might not get his cut. He went missing recently, which of course made that volume more popular than ever. If you can get all 3 volumes collectors want, then you can get 4. No, 5,000 for it at the shop. But you're in luck. I have a conscience and a powerful sense of self-preservation. I'll let this one go for 500. That's a good investment. Don't sleep through it. You'll wish you had this. And the
There you go. 500's nothing. Oh yeah, but as you can probably guess, if you know the story, you know Black Cat's not the most reliable, let's call it. Is a forgotten book. You're a Batman person. The roses bloom at the rose state. Don't know the rest of it. The end.
So, have you had time to read it? It's the first volume I wrote, so go easy. It's a shame that the original author went missing, but I fear you misunderstood this commitment. I am willing to sell my newest book for 500. No refunds, of course. That's a given.
But yeah. Alright, let's move on. Hello. But the main reason I came this way, there's a main thing to do in this general area. Ow. I did not appreciate you hitting me with a wheel, a Buster wheel. That reminds me of the pizza cutter weapon from Bloodborne. But here, we can use our Trinity Key! And in here, 3 create 1. You who open the door. Be one of the great ones. Question of the day. Did this factory worker ever think he would be destroyed like a puppet? Probably not. But we get the Blue Blood's tailcoat and a quartz. The quartz being the most important thing. But you also get a costume. Blue Blood's tailcoat. You also got some other apparel that we already showed off. With one exception, but... Oh yeah, we can equip our gestures. I forgot we could do that. Now we have a nice little set of drip. But here, we're back at where we fought the Shield Boy. I honestly don't know why that's even there for the most part. But it's fine. I forgot about those guys, not gonna lie. Then there's just like nothing here to mess with you. Okay. But now we're gonna have a tiny annoying fight up ahead here. We gotta deal with this first though. There's not much down here. It's mostly to get rid of the enemies if I really need to run away. Because over here, we have this guy. Ow. pissed. We get the sword masterships. They said that all wrong. Swordsmanship masters amulet. But here, we can pull this. You might be thinking, what did that even do? You'll find out in a few seconds. It got rid of the muck. Which is great. I shouldn't need more than 2 heals, honestly, to take that guy down. It's a little dangerous, but it shouldn't be too bad. We can just go this way, take this big ass ladder. Technically a boss, the puppet of the future. I'm the puppet of the future, not you. Should be far enough away though that we can just open this chest real quick. The booster glaive, and it's a pretty fun weapon to use. As you can see, he attacks very slow. You just have to be careful with his attacks because they inflict break, which is a very annoying status. I'm not gonna make it over there, I got stuck. No! That's annoying. That was close. As I said, shouldn't be too tough, but I have to still play it carefully. Okay. That's my attack there. I'm more surprised that it hasn't even tried to do any spin attacks with the ball hand. Get a quartz for it. And a lot of ergo. There's only one more thing to do around here, though. We're gonna go hotel, and then we'll do the last little bit that I want to do before I end this episode. We're gonna probably be the 40-ish minute mark. Okay. We'll go clear that out later, but as you can see, that area was also drained of the bad water. But we can also upgrade our weapon, which is great.
I know my way around.
Now we need Crescent Moonstones though, which we do not have access to at all. Yes, I know about the records thingy, yes. Now we're close to another level, so I will probably spend a little bit of Ergo to level up real quick before I go back to the Bernini workshop. But we got the P organ activation right here. So we already got the maximum pulse cell number 1. We're gonna hit number 2 now. Also, since we activated level 2, we actually have access to level 2 buffs here as well. So we're gonna take maximum damage when maximum durability. And we are also gonna take upgrading how much healing our pulse cell actually does. So now we've activated 1. I believe we just need to do another one. The upgrade I'm gonna obviously take next is the amulet one. So we need 2 more quartz for that. I'll talk to Geppetto here real quick, actually.
The city asked me. Venini Works is the puppet's main base. Venini himself went to stop them, but I'm worried. Rescue Venini and shut down his factory.
Need like 200 or so. I think that, yeah, Dim is this. We'll use the 300 one just to be completely safe.
I'll use my power.
There we go. We're actually gonna go to the control room because this one's closer to what I want to do real quick. We already talked to Black Cat and Red Fox. We already talked to Venini. But before we end off for tonight, I'm gonna do a bit of an extra fight over here. So back here, you might remember this room I had been conveniently ignoring. On my first playthrough of the game, I didn't even know that room right there was a thing. Mad Donkey. Let's look at the reindeer nose and some glasses. So that room right there. But this ladder, I didn't even notice it on my first playthrough that this ladder was here.
I must atone for my sins. I must kill more puppets. More.
This man is just sad in there. Hello.
All puppets must die. Every single one. Wait. Those clothes. Leo? You came back? I killed countless puppets to atone for what I did. I didn't mean to break my vow. I was just so scared. I'm sorry I ran away. Oh, if you're a ghost, just leave me be. It's the weight of guilt. The burden never gets lighter. All puppets must die. Kill the puppets!
Hello.
shan't run away! I can't find blood and what's oil!
I broke his weapon.
I can't tell what's blood and what's oil!
God damn it.
I'm sorry. I was afraid to die.
Well, now you're fucking dead. But that's why that door was closed. Alright, so. If you're not wearing those clothes that I was wearing, also we get their sweet mask for that little mouse. But anyways, if you're not wearing the armor, well not armor, the clothes I'm wearing, he would react differently. He would still attack you either way, but he would react differently. But yeah, that thing talks about a dude that married his puppet or wanted to. I think he did marry it, if I remember right what the thing was saying. It's like a newspaper article. Okay, so we'll save the big boss of the area for next time. Real quick, I'm just gonna run through and get the stuff from the poison area. I'm dumb, I should have just walked up here and taken the stargazer that's up here and around. I should get enough ergo to level up again once I kill some enemies over there, and that's when I'm gonna call it. We're gonna end at hotel. So this will end up being probably almost 50 minutes. So sorry, or maybe not sorry, depending if you like the longer episode. If you do, let me know. But otherwise, we'll be done soon. Trying to remember if there's any particularities to having all the gestures. I know you have to use certain gestures in certain places. Oh no, it doesn't get drained from here. I thought it did. Maybe I was just mistaken there. It's fine. Not a big deal. What is a big deal since smacking me? The double attack, damn it. Goodbye. You can see there my lamp is reacting because there's a butterfly up ahead and we want to get it. There we go. There we go. I don't think there's any other items of particular interest besides some more moonstone. An urgent repair tool. They're decently useful here and there. But that's it. I'm trying to remember. If we, hold on. Oh yeah, we learned the Stalker's Promise. It's an emo that'll actually be important. And it's something I missed on my first playthrough of the game because I didn't know that mini boss was a thing. Anyways, time for the hotel. We ended up at 50 minutes, damn. Or almost to it. We'll level up and we'll say our goodbyes for tonight. Luckily, Sophia is close by.
I'll use my power.
Yeah. Seems pretty good so far. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a nice comment, leave a mean comment. That is all up to you, and it's alright with me. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.